Static Dress is a band that makes... Dude! This damn construction is gonna ruin this video. Static Dress is a band that makes post-hardcore, metalcore, emo rock, all kind of combined music. They wear influences like My Chemical Romance and Under Oath on their sleeve, but the thing that is so special about Static Dress is that they still make their own sound. It doesn't cross that line of being too derivative to where it's like really distracting. Static Dress has its own little quirks and unique sprinkles that they add into their music. And I'm making this out of pure love for this band. This video is just about the band in general. I was originally going to make it for their new album, but I just want to talk about the band in general, how insane this band is. Have you ever seen a band drop a video game as merch? These are playable Game Boy games, and I just flexed that I got both of them signed. This band is crazy. And also, there was a time where they were touring and they would bring like a joystick, a little arcade table thing. Like they had an entire setup and you could go up and play a game on it. Like it was crazy. So they have 2 albums. Here are the scores I gave both of those albums. But the really big thing I want to talk about, and this could be controversial if Static Dress fans are watching, I think Injury Episode is their best album, but I don't think it holds their best songs on this album. I think this is their most consistent track-to-track flowing album. But dude, when you have songs like Vague, Cubicle Dialogue, and Sweet, Injury Episode's great, but like those songs are phenomenal. Vague is just its own beast, and it is peak Static Dress to where I don't really even know. I don't even listen to that song and I'm like, I'm getting vibes of this band in this song. It's like Static Dress, that is the most Static Dress song, and I love it for it. It has like this super textury, ear candy guitar. The drums have its own moments of just like this simple fill that happens throughout the song. Like that shit is so hard. And then Ollie, dude, the lead vocalist, not only does he ride every instrumental that they've ever put out like perfectly, they play with these vocal effects in Vague that are just so like mind-boggling. Like it's going through the left and right channels like constantly. It is just music. It is music to the ears. And then Cubicle Dialogue is more of like, I mean, dude, that chorus. It's kind of that song that you kind of feel like an idiot for like lip syncing to it and or just like belting out with your entire being because of that last chorus release. And then you got Sweet, which is just like this crazy buildup in the beginning. The drop is satisfying. Like start to finish, this track is just amazing, and it also has this like crazy payoff explosion towards the end. These are the best Static Dress songs. I will die on that hill. Injury Episode is just overall a better album because it's even hard to pick a top 3 or the weakest song off this album because all of them are so consistently good. But I don't think there's like the Static Dress like opus competing song on this album. But I still feel like this is a better album, track to track, you know, like consistency and flow. And this is Ollie's best performance. I think like the instrumental side of this album, they kind of play it more calm and collected, but also they almost play it a little too safe, which is why there's not like their best song on this album. But yeah, if you look at like Rogue, Carpet, and this might give me some hate as well. I think Flea House is kind of just like a straightforward song that's not really much of a standout on that album. I think Maybe has a pretty good chorus, but everything other than the chorus is just kind of forgettable. And then Lie Solution, I think, is just it's trying to do too much. It's a kind of abrasive, like compared to like Courtney Just Relax, like Lie Solution, as far as like leaning into like that chaos and the transitions and all that, it doesn't do that good of a job. I highly recommend, if you haven't already, you guys need to listen to that comic book soundtrack. If you don't care about the conceptual side of it, listen to Disposable Care, listen to Sober Exits, listen to Foreplay, listen to Vague. I think this is Static Dress at their best. I think Prologue was just a clear experimental, we're getting wacky with it and let's just do whatever flows, without thinking too much about like how it's received. Like I feel like this is like Static Dress not playing it safe. And it's my favorite work from them. If you look at this band's discography, it's just insane, dude. I found them at For the Attention Of, which was back in 2020. So I found them very early on. That was their 4th song, I think, or 3rd song that they ever dropped. Thinking about every single song they've ever dropped, I don't think they have like a clear bad song. I think they have weaker songs, but I don't think this band has ever dropped a bad song. It's even more cool to know that, like, I think they can even get better from this new album, because I think this album will blow them up to a point where they're gonna be like, I think right now they're at 300k monthly listeners. I think they're gonna like clear 500k within the next like 6 months, and I think maybe that will give them the confidence to start doing a little bit more of the experimental stuff. Yeah, I just wanted to yap about this band. Static Dress, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone applaud. Everyone applaud. Also, I just want to say, I gotta give my flowers to Ollie. I've never seen a dude look so passionate and miserable while like doing this whole music thing. And I don't mean miserable as in like he's like throwing a fit on stage or anything like that. I mean like he's like, I can tell this motherfucker has shed blood, sweat, and tears into this band. I know like when you get so like fixated and obsessive over like, you know, putting out art, like it's like the most rewarding thing but the most miserable thing at the same time, because of the hiccups in the road that can come with distributing, working with publishers and the corporate side of stuff, or maybe like I think everyone understands what I'm trying to say. I can tell Ollie is hungry, bro. Ollie is hungry and loves this music shit, and it's infectious, and it's good to see him at his best on this new album. I just want a freaking Vague 2.0, or I want just like a Prologue. What they did on Prologue, keep doing that for an entire album. That's just me being selfish. Okay, I'm gonna go.